Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Season 2, Episode 2 with the main crew. Man, Danny Pessy, Jake Hess, leaders, dominators in the solar space. We got a very special episode coming out swinging for Episode 2. We're going to drop some content, some knowledge on you, and some insights to help you level up. We want you to get better. Remember, we're dropping content every single Wednesday, so go subscribe and like the podcast, Savage Grind. Go to Savage Grind on Facebook, Instagram. You know we got the TikTok rolling out. So my main man right here, Danny Pess. You got the Knockstar Universities. We got my man Jake Hess. He's doing his thing, throwing that knowledge. So guys, what is it that you guys are doing that's new and special for the solar space right now? Tell my audience what's going on with it. I already know what's going on, but I want to bring this value to everybody else because it's fire. And I just want to make sure I get it right. So.
Dude, guys. So I've been in the door-to-door game for a long time, and as I transitioned into solar, I found that I really had no clue how solar truly worked. I could sell it, but there's a lot that goes into it that can benefit not only the customer but myself, and finding a way that it can be not only good for everybody involved but the customer too as well. And so when I first started learning, I'm like, man, I need to find the best of the best who really knows how solar works from the ins and outs, not just how to sell it. So I went out to my boy Jake. I'm like, Jake, yo, dude, what is this guy all about? Jake runs a solar academy. I've seen him around the game for a couple of years, and he's definitely has an expertise unparalleled in the game. So I'm like, Jake, what are you all about, man? And so he came up to me and was like,
hey, we teach people solar. That's what we do.
Exactly. And I was like, wow.
He comes across definitely as a gentle giant, very soft-spoken, but when it comes down to content, knowledge, and training, absolute beast, man.
Hey,
hands down, when you want to get nitty-gritty and get granular about content and what solar is and how to offer it with integrity to your homeowners and show them real value, Jake, hands down, it's been a pleasure having you guys out here in Chi-Town for the past 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry it has to end so soon, but we're going to drop this podcast and give you guys some back what I was able to learn the past 2 days with Jake and Pessy. So, dude, get granular. What is it that you dive deep in your content that is so much value for the solar space that's lacking that I haven't seen it yet? And I've been training and learning from quite a few other people in the industry, and I could say no one has this content right now.
So I would say that I actually focus really heavily on the technical aspects of things, the technical aspect of selling, kind of the psychology that you need when you're approaching a homeowner, the mentality you need, the technical aspects of how loans or PPAs or proposals work. And in that, I can actually teach my salespeople how to be like sniper assassins. However, Danny Pessy, the reason we teamed up, is he has strengths that I don't have. He can bring the culture, he can bring the right attitude, and he can bring the right mindset for growth, and he can actually teach people to switch their attitudes when they're out going and collecting these appointments and selling, to be the snipers that I teach them to be. That all comes from Danny, and Danny Savage over here, Danny Maldonado, right?
There you go, very
Danny
close.
Maldonado over here, he brings the culture, and he definitely wants the very best for his team. I can't even tell you the last time I was at a company that cared so much about their team and their culture. I think he'd probably be number one on that, for sure.
Thank you, I appreciate that. We try hard as Savage to give that value back to our people that work within our organization because we've all worked for bad organizations, and we know what it's like to work for a boss or a leader that doesn't have it all in the heart and in the service for their people. So I care. I really know my managers and my supervisors' birthdays. We say what's up and we celebrate and we try to enjoy. So like getting to know the people that are helping you is important to me, and that's why bringing quality value coaching to them is important to me. We want to make sure that they're going to the homeowners educated. From the roofing standpoint, we train them as assassins and learning how to be real good public adjusters. Right, so now we're bringing you guys in. We're gonna train the ones that deserve it. Go and sell this solar, slang some glass.
That's right.
And give them the knowledge and the content to go out there and offer this service for our homeowners. It's all about helping and giving back and doing it with integrity, right?
Yeah. And that's the one thing I want to step in. The reason why it was so important for me to figure out a relationship with Jake is because a lot of companies are looking to add solar into their offering. And if you come at it from a sales mindset,
Right.
and you don't take into consideration your back end operation, you're setting yourself up for failure. So
Yeah.
as a consultant, you're doing your companies a disservice that if you just go out and sell, but stuff doesn't land on the back end, you're really setting them up for disaster. And that is an experience where it loses trust in your clients.
And I think one thing that I really learned that it has to be coupled and go at the same pace, right? Because it is true that I believe you spoke on this week is, the sales force really doesn't jam really well with the operations side. And there's always going to be a constant battle when sales and operations. We're trying to get them to be eye to eye and parallel to one another, right?
Yeah, a little cohesive unit that works together, right?
And that's what I think a lot of organizations, and I'm guilty of it ourselves. At the beginning of this year, it was just sell. How many reps can we have? How many doors can we bang? And how many contracts can we turn and burn? But it comes down to, like how you guys say, it's the installs that matter, not the sales, right? And for us in roofing, it's about what gets approved, not just what you sign. So it's very parallel in that aspects with roofing and solar go very well hand in hand. So we're super excited to roll out the solar this year. And I'm very honored to have these two guys. So tell us more about your guys' platforms that you guys have out there for the community.
Yeah, I mean, so Knockstar University, we're predominantly a sales training and motivational company where basically we train organizations how to increase their sales through production. We're opening up a new recruiting channel too as well in leadership. And so basically we're going to be the full spectrum of, hey, you have a business that want to increase production. Let's show you how to do it through sales, through recruiting, and through leadership. And with us, we do a year-long program where we're taking on clients all the time, whether it's one-on-one coaching calls, group coaching calls, private events. We do multiple levels of ways to engage with our clients to provide them value and help them grow their business and have a bigger impact in the marketplace. We predominantly focus on home security, solar, roofing, and a little bit of pest control in there. So if you're slinging those bugs, we got you, baby. So those are the big things big companies that we focus on.
Great, nice. Yeah, so we focus pretty heavily on the operational side of things to complement sales. So we actually teach our salespeople absolute precision in solar, everything that they need to know. So by the time they hand it off to the solar company, like Danny's company here, the operations team is actually be able to fulfill that in an impactful way with the homeowner. So we want our sales reps to understand everything that the contractors know so that they can sell it properly in the home. And most of our sales reps, I'd say, that worked at my company Helio Gold, I ended up selling that, but most of them that worked there most of the reps made just over about 300 to 500,000. We had 2 reps that made over $1 million.
Wow.
And the operations handled everything. We had 4 W-2s. We built systems and processes in place with checks and balance systems that really allowed that much volume to go through with little overhead. So we're doing that with Danny and Pessy.
Yeah, and what I've noticed is a lot of these companies, they don't have a lot of that system stuff in place. They just go out, slap a deal with some installer, and then they wonder why nothing's happening. And it's like, well, no, you need a little bit more assistance. And Daniel is a good enough business owner where he realizes that if you want to play, you got to pay. And that's why most customers and most businesses fail, is because they're not willing to invest back into their people. And that's one of the good things about Daniel that I've always liked, is he's willing to invest into his education and his people.
And it's about timing, right? For me, it's important about getting the right mentorship at the right time. Right now, because I know my one dominant business is scaling down because of the seasons, I want to keep momentum and I want to keep engagement and I want to keep that retention of my reps now. We could now start another recruiting campaign at the end of the year going into the new year where we're just going to have that momentum.
Yeah.
There ain't no stopping. Everybody right now in the industry it's Thanksgiving's coming, holidays are coming, vacations coming.
Yep.
It's gas. It's gas. We're putting the pedal to the floor. We want to learn. We want to keep our people learning and engaged. And when we have the right people mentoring us, it just adds that immense value back to our clients at the beginning of 2022. If you want to start building your company, you got to start building it in 2021, baby. It ain't going to start in 2022. You're already too late. You're already busy. People like me, you're not going to stand a chance against me, right? So not just the truth, because we're starting now. And I suggest if you're an entrepreneur, you're trying to build an enterprise, you're trying to get something going, get some momentum, you got to start implementing your decisions and taking action right now. 10x that shit.
That's right.
Now, baby. Yeah, right.
That's it.
So,
100%.
it's been a pleasure bringing these guys on. Where can they find you guys at if someone wants to get you guys for some consulting?
For me, it's pretty easy. Just go to thesolaracademy.com. You can find it pretty easy, or any of the Facebook groups in solar, you can find me as well.
Cool.
You can find me at Knockstar University on Instagram or Danny_Pessy. Boom. Don't misspell my last name.
Not the other P word.
Hey.
You can find me everywhere. Savage Grind, baby. SavageRoofing.com is where we're at. Slinging roofs. We're going to try to get Savage Solar. Whoever got my domain, I'm coming for you, baby.
You
Like
don't
I
want 'em
always
to.
say, it's been a pleasure.
Just
Thank
give
you
it
guys
to
for
'em.
coming on. Don't be average, baby. Go be savage.
Be
I love
savage.
y'all. Deuces.